Next, we have two really incredible tactical talks on the key elements of loyalty. So for the first one, we will start with Mia Bali, who's the head of product at Raise AI.
Okay, thanks. Hi. I'd like to start with a question. Would you rather have 100,000 Chase points or 120,000 Amex points? Unless you're the points guy, I imagine you'd need to take some time to think about your answer. But what if I ask you if you'd rather have $100 or $120? That's a no-brainer, right? Even my 4-year-old daughter can answer that. So hold that thought, and we'll circle back to that in one moment. For now, let's talk about loyalty programs. So we all know what they are, right? They're a way to reward our customers for their behaviors, interactions, or purchases they do at our store. Points programs are probably the most common type of loyalty programs, where our customers can earn points and then later on exchange them for rewards. However, when we look at the data, we see that cash-based programs actually outperform points when it comes to customer retention. Now, why is that? There are several reasons, but essentially it comes down to the first question I asked you. Points are just difficult to comprehend. They're a bit confusing, a bit fluffy. So what other options do we have when we talk about loyalty programs? Well, you could offer discounts, which are more straightforward than points, right? The problem with discounts is that if you're going to offer your products for prices that are lower, that's going to cut into your margins. And if you slightly increase the product's price in order to be able to give those discounts, that's going to dilute your brand's value. Also, discounts are most commonly applied on the same order and not the next order. So in the context of customer retention, offering discount doesn't really foster that repeat purchase buy that we're looking for. Over the years, our brains have been wired in a way that cash triggers emotion, money triggers emotion. Emotion like fear, happiness, satisfaction. Daniel Kahneman, in his book, Thinking Fast and Slow, coined the term loss aversion. What it means is that the pain of losing $100 is actually twice as large as the joy of winning those same $100. Now, how can we harness these emotions when we talk about loyalty programs? You could offer cashback. Look at this program here. If I'm a Diamond customer, it means I'm going to earn 15% cashback for every purchase I make. That's not a 15% discount. That's cash credit that I can use toward my next order. So it's there, it's in my account, waiting for me, it's mine to lose. Think about that reminder email that says, you're about to lose $25. Even just giving this theoretical example is kind of making me anxious. Losing $25, certainly more than if I'd get an email about losing 1,000 points. Cashback is clear, it's tangible, and together with our fear of losing it, it makes a great perk to offer in your loyalty program. And as a customer, that's what's going to drive me back to the store. And from the store perspective, offering cash-based programs really elevates all of those retention KPIs. It increases average order value, repeat purchase rate, and also customer lifetime value. And loyalty is just one part of the puzzle when it comes to store credit. You can use store credit for lots of other activities in your store. You can use it for customer compensation. You know, your package arrived late, here's $5. You can offer it as part of your referral programs. Have a successful you brought a friend, successful referral, here's $10. You can also use them for your refunds. Want to return this $50 shirt? No problem. Would you like us to refund those $50 to your original payment method? Or we could issue you $55 to add it to your account. And all of these different activities are accumulated into one digital wallet. And the fact that they're accumulated and not fractionated in all these emails and codes, which later on need to be retrieved, really encourages the customer to come back to your store. Because they're not just coming back for that $5 from the shipping compensation or that $10 for that successful referral. They're coming back for all of these activities, for that $25. And as we said before, the thought of losing those tangible $25 is what's going to cause customer to come back to your store. Now, if there's one thing I want you to take from this talk today, is that cash triggers emotions. And those emotions are what's going to create loyal customers for you. These are just a few of the brand that we work with, which are already leveraging store credit towards customer retention. If you want to hear more about it, you can come talk to me after the show or any one of the RISE members that are here. And you can also look us up at rise.ai. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mia. Next to join us up on stage is Teju, who is the CEO of Local Media. So, come
on. I'll jump right in. A little bit about us at Share Local Media. We specialize in helping performance marketing-focused clients with direct mail. And a lot of our clients had skews toward a direct-to-consumer e-commerce client set, but we also work with lots of clients that are driving to brick and mortar and physical or retail locations as well. And we work with clients across basically every type of direct mail that you'll see out there. That includes shared mail, standalone direct mail, and platform-based direct mail, and our goal is to basically modernize the direct mail channel. We want to make it easier and faster to test into, more scalable and more efficient, and we've done that through both a technology-based approach and an agency-based approach. Increasing customer retention is a key goal for a lot of our clients, and we've executed thousands of retention-focused campaigns over the years. We pulled out a couple of key takeaways when we look across that campaign set. So one takeaway, it's not going to sound like rocket science, but thoughtfully employing personalization can help lift response. And we've basically pulled out two levels of personalization that we've seen work for clients. One is what we call basic personalization. That is personalization as an example where you're sending out a national campaign, you might have a store footprint, and you've incorporated logic that calls out the store that's closest to that customer and is in a drivable distance around that customer. Or you've looked at shopping behavior for various different customer groups, so you know that if they shopped a certain category in the past, you are featuring that category on that creative. Second level of personalization that we've seen lift response even further is what we call one-to-one personalization. That can be birthday messaging on the creative. It can be the creative that you see on the bottom there where Lemonade is using the pet's name on the creative itself. It can be individualized offers based on the history of purchases that a customer has made. Second one that we thought we'd call out is that we've seen speed matter in direct mail. We do a lot of large planned campaigns for clients, and catalog campaigns are a good example. Those tend to perform well. They allow for great branding value to come out and very precise modeling, but they also take a couple of weeks to typically get into someone's mailbox. And at the same time, we also help clients with trigger-based direct mail campaigns. Those are campaigns where a client is setting up some sort of trigger that could be a lead retargeting trigger, an existing customer CRM trigger. And every day that that trigger is satisfied, it's going to fire off a direct mail piece to get in homes in that person's mailbox within about 3 to 5 days. And for a lot of those populations, we see that on an apples-to-apples basis, the increase in speed drives much better relevance for that customer and therefore a much higher response rate for the same population that could be direct mailed on a more planned basis. Third takeaway that we wanted to pull out is different types of formats in direct mail can accomplish different goals. Catalogs, they allow for a lot of space, and therefore they're great for SKU-intensive value props. You can bring all those SKUs into the piece, you can make that piece shoppable, and it can drive cross-category shopping and higher AOV. Letters and envelopes, those can be great for a copy-driven approach. For high consideration value props like finance, insurance, real estate, where you really want to be able to make a rational pitch to that consumer, those formats can be great for that. Postcards, self-mailers, widely utilized in the direct mail space, work for a lot of different types of value props, but generally best for a simple call to action. That can be win back, cross-sell of a category, sale messaging, seasonal messaging. One more takeaway that we wanted to call out is thoughtfully thinking through the branding and the flow for retention, including direct mail, can really help improve response as well. So the branding part, that's fairly straightforward. If direct mail is one touch point that you're typically hitting a consumer with, and being able to have that branding be consistent across other channels, reinforce the messaging that they're seeing in other channels can really help. The second one is, again, direct mail is one touch point. You might be hitting them through email, SMS, push notifications. So being able to think through that flow from a consumer's point of view and have it logically make sense, have the offer strategy that you're using make sense, can also really help. And last takeaway is that we recommend thinking about incrementality for retention from a measurement point of view. Those existing customers, even if they're lapsed, they are going to have a higher baseline level of conversion. And measuring that baseline through a holdout methodology, a randomized holdout, and then looking at how much lift that the actual mailing provided against that baseline is, in our view, really the best way to look at results for retention-based direct mail. So all those takeaways are kind of listed here: personalization, speed, different formats, cross-channel consistency, and incrementality. And just wanted to end by saying that at Share Local Media, we kind of help clients with both direct mail types: highly strategic planned campaigns where we want to give clients access to every format option, targeting option, paper option, and then also those fully technology-based campaigns that can integrate into your CRM, your ESP, your CDP, and get in homes in a couple of days and be highly personalized. So thought I would stop there. Thank you so much.